Aurea, very good evening to you, and thank you for your time. So, at its founding in 1945, it was said that the United Nations would support collective action to realize peace, development, and human rights. Assessing then in 2019, how much has the organization lived up to that mandate?
Well, we've been working to support countries in the world, and we've been working towards people, prosperity, and the planet. And what has been achieved was in 2015, the countries in the world agreed to reach some global targets for which we are currently working. Those global targets are, taking us to the 2013, and this is the current agenda that UNDP is pushing forward, particularly through the SDG financing agenda.
And peacekeeping and avoiding conflict is a large part of the United Nations mandate, as I was saying. But you look across the world, I'll give you 3 examples. Yemen has been in crisis for years. We've got Syria, that's a complete mess. Libya as well has never been able to recover from the violence between the start of the process to remove the former leader Muammar Gaddafi and his death. Why has the United Nations not been able to end conflicts such as those?
Well, I mean, you're talking, and I guess I cannot respond on those specific concerns. What I can say is that at least for United Nations Development Program, which is the organization that I represent, we've been working to support countries in building resilience and in building the capacities of their own people, for their own future. This is, the specific message. We believe the development comes from within, and this is the work that as the UNDP we've been promoting with the government and the other partners, which are particularly in this moment private sector.
What are the goals then going into the next 74 years, and how might the United Nations and the development program that you work for have to evolve to keep up with the world's evolving challenges at this stage?
Well, at the moment, we need to think of, it's time for making things differently. And I think this is, luckily, the new vision of the Secretary General and UNDP Administrator Achim Steiner. We need to think of engaging private sector in the work we do. We need to think of broader partnerships. We need to think of, raising Africa and using African money for African development. We need to use the opportunity of other international and regional organizations such as the African Union and make the African Union 2063 agenda happen. It's time for all of us to come together. It's no time the world has changed a lot since the former agenda that the country signed in 2000. And now they are looking, we need to look into how we are going to attract the $250 trillion to make development happen, to challenge and to tackle climate change, to promote employment for the youth, and also taking into consideration specific realities of the countries.
Aurea Ghani, she's with the United Nations Development Program, speaking to us on the anniversary of its formation. It was formed 74 years ago.